Anambra Broadcasting Service 88.5 FM. Good morning. My name is Uche Chuku Ebonam.
And I am Dan Okoye Kainoriana Kutututa.
Dan, how was your weekend?
Well, now it was splendid and coupled with election and I'm
It took one vote.
atom vote.
It is show.
Yes.
Keep you showing.
Eh?
Where the evidence?
Nena kam that's such a good man atom vote. Yes.
All right, my people. This morning we'll dive right straight into the stories from our website at www.ebsradiotelevision.com. We have President Tinubu Soludo's re-election affirmation of his visionary leadership.
Soludo commends success of Anambra governorship election, extends hands of fellowship to political opponents.
Anambra Assembly Speaker Udeze congratulates Soludo on election victory.
APGA National Chairman Ezo Kemwa reassures in the Anambra of brighter prospects.
Stakeholders laud INEC for peaceful Anambra State governorship election.
Archbishop Ibezim extols successful Anambra governorship election.
NDLEA nabs wanted drug baron Aziz in Lagos.
Reps seek unified national data system.
Election crisis. Police in Tanzania arrest senior opposition officials.
And in sports, under 17 World Cup, Morocco beat New Caledonia 16-0.
Now play the compliment for the Hey, what a big go. All right, this morning we'll be joined by our very own Honorable Augustine Noyalum Onyemobi, former TC chairman, Duno Coffee local government area. We'll say good morning to you and welcome to Press Review.
Good morning, Ugo Ebenaja.
Ancestor.
Dandy Dan. Dalono.
Ancestor, good morning.
Dubai Kainolian.
Yes. Let's have your thoughts on the trending stories this morning.
Yeah. First is Mr. President.
Congratulations.
Asewaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a progressive. I will give it to him. Having there is a lot of notions before the election and the outcome of the election and this timely congratulatory message to Mr. Governor is encouraging. It's an act of leadership and that of leadership integrity. So again, Soludo's victory. The people have spoken. So I think is the news in town today. It should be the news in Anambra. Anambra people have spoken, and himself, in his acceptance speech, have extended hands of fellowship. So what are we trying to say? You have reasons, you present what you wanted to do different or you want to do, if you have been the one that got this victory. But at the end of the day, our people have spoken. That let us continue with the solution governor. And you, as an opposition or a contestant, those is his words they are his brothers and sisters. They have already signed a peace accord, and the election victory is clear. I don't think is contestable. So let them come together, bring their idea, give him some suggestions, and that is what it is called, inclusive governance. And Mr. Governor, that I know, we find a place to reintegrate and integrate their visions.
But do you actually think that looking at the landscape of the Nigerian politics, where a lot of people contest for a particular position, and then once the election is over, you don't see these people coming out again to try to make things work? Maybe, okay, we are all contesting for governorship, and then one person has to win. At the end of the day, this person wins, and then those your amazing ideas that you were putting out out there during the campaigns, you don't now want to work with the person who actually won. You want to now keep it to yourself and not even want to work with the government and just sit back, as an opposition per se. Do you see a difference where, or is it scenario where these people who are contested to become governors come together and say, okay, we have, like Mr. Governor said in his speech, that they all came out for Anambra, and as well, they should all bring out their ideas for Anambra to make
Exactly.
Anambra good. So, do you see anything like that? Or do you see any vision of something like that happening in Anambra State?
This is in Anambra, and Anambra have presented a different scenario in election, maybe electioneering, and opposition. We fight as if everything depends on the contest, but after the contest, you see us coming back as men, as in the Anambra. When they went for this peace accord, you can see the way they sat together.
Yeah.
You will also agree with me that their discussion is, as in obviously cordial. They are having some time with themselves. So such a thing is possible with Anambra. For Anambra and by Anambra, it is possible. I see that happening. And beside them, Mr. Governor have presented a different way of political approach and leadership and governance. He has shown something different, and I believe, like, he has made that extension, hands of fellowship. You came out from the Anambra. Let us still do this thing together. You understand? He has also called in the Anambra at the assumption of his first term. He has called in the Anambra, and the Anambra answered. So his brother, Prince Nicholas Okachukwu, and the rest of them should come more closer, and also look at some lessons to learn. Maybe you've contested this time, you look at it. One of the things that I think that went against any other person clinching that victory is that our people, this is the third time our people is re-electing a sitting governor. They re-elected Mr. Peter Obi. They have their reason. They re-elected His Excellency Chief Willie Madabro Chukwuobiano. They have their reasons. They re-elected Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo. And by this time, next 4 years, they are going to elect somebody new. And that person that is going to come from Anambra standpoint as of today, I knew, and many of us also think that the person must come from Anambra Central. So why any other person, and once that person clinches it, he may also be re-elected. So the reasons are not far-fetched. You see Anambra, you see Apuga, they have a pact.
Okay, now looking at the conduct of the election, stakeholders have described it as being a peaceful process. Now, and when we were getting ready for this election, many people were just on INEC's neck, calling INEC. Now, Inezia Ihemere on board. Are there lessons to learn? Do you think INEC is trying to live up to expectations?
We must give it to the man at the top. Like I commended President Tinubu, who appointed the INEC chairman, right? We also give it to INEC chairman, because it takes a man of integrity. I think the man have actually used, because he knows that this Anambra election presents to him a litmus test. And for me, he scored 90%. Kaira Puzia 10. Kobzale Chukunando Moseye decide. So the conduct is not just peaceful, it is credible, it is free, it is fair.
So you think this can be translated to the national level as we are heading for, we are heading to the post COP
We seriously
2027?
pray. We seriously pray because one of the things you will also look at that national level, you are dealing with a macro situation. Take for instance the security personnel that was deployed to Anambra State. That same number will not come during the national election. Do you understand?
I think we had about 60,000 police officers.
Ndami, Ndinka. So when you look at it, the INEC staffs, original INEC staffs, possibly we are the one deployed to deal with the returning of as in election results. At least from what I saw at the ward and the polling unit level. The ad hoc staff or much more experienced people. You do not see beavers misbehaving. People didn't complain much about what happened with the beavers and all that. But when you go to national election, we are giving them kudos and we are encouraging them to start now. For me, I think early preparation is important in anything. You know that election is going to hold so time. Like this Anambra State, INEC shown dexterity. From the day they announced that Anambra State election is going to hold November 8th, 2025. The whole process, we follow the process. I think INEC deserves that commendation.
All right. We first want to say so sorry for the breaking transmission, but we're right back and we're here. The number to call us this morning is 0706-538-1320. I want to dive right straight into a lot of conversations concerning the elections on Zuko Anambra. But for now, let's dwell on press review this morning. Let's have your thoughts on the trending stories. And as well, you can drop your comments on Facebook. We are live on Facebook. Drop your comments there. We'll read them out. On WhatsApp, the WhatsApp number is 0705-113-8812. Remember to tell us your name, your location, and go on to speak to us. Remember to move away from your radio set. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Tutuamano.
Oh, your name and location.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions.
Uh-huh. This is the voice of Totukunwa Jesus from Ukulu, the local government, Anambra State, Nigeria.
Okay, go on.
Uh-huh. Can I speak able with you in this program?
Yeah, it's my brother.
Okay. Because I congratulate and make an Ola to Charles Soludo. So to make a vision to the second tenor. Because we form an Anambra the Anyama. I myself and send the regard to this security personnel deploy. Because of course also deploy if I become one check. Even they never conduct with themselves. You get that now. So because all of them the animal to vote from since my 18 years, animal to vote till now. You get that now. So the police will actively behave them and the money to job to vote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So go to carry on Saturday. Mama don't have police. Mama let more their uniform. You know what I mean? So but on top of their self, having everything that peaceful in my own world and in my own polling unit. You understand? So even also not talk because you na educational sector on a lack behind the banner because all you talk
Education. All right, thank you very much for your input, Dallarine. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to you.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions.
Onye bata n'ọgbọ wee gojiri oyi. Esi m Enugu agịda akwa.
All right, good.
ugebe na je kenekwa m o. Kenekwa onye nke gị na ya nọ. Asị nka nkene nọ Chineke wee wejekwara gọvanọ anyị nnukwu ekene. Wee kenekwa onye isi ndị sekuriti Anambra steeti. In short, ịbata na 002 ebe ntụ my own vote. Onye ọbụla ma ndị INEC ma ndị na-egwurisi egwu onweghị onye iwe na-ewe ọdụka ibe nwanne na nwanne. Elekshọn nke wee bụrụ nke manarịsị mgbe eji mebe elekshọn. So achọ nka ndị Nigeria in level were ya pụrụ ire maka general election na-abịa waki Anambra mụtụkwụ na nke.
All right, thank you. Well, we'll be talking more of the elections during Nzuka Anambra today. I think we've had enough.
But you know that is going. I told you. I said,
we've really had.
This is going to be the news
Yes,
for today.
in fact, it is the news.
Try go this shift to Annie.
It is the news. But we'll have other trending stories. Let's take a look at stories from Daily Trust this morning. We have genocide claim. Federal government silent on Amumpeton's Lego brief. We are not aware, coming from the Senate. Anambra Labour Party ADC candidates reject result as Soludo re-elected. Trump threats stock market loss hits 2.8 trillion naira. Protest in Kogi community over bandits attack. These are the stories from Daily Trust.
And from Daily Independent, we have sky-high fares in Nigeria blamed on expanding web of federal government levies. Anambra Gibapo, best ever by INEC, says re-elected Soludo. UK warns its citizens against travel to Borno, Yobe, Adamawa and others. Still on Anambra Giba, Serap gives INEC 7 days to report vote buying sponsors to EFCC, ICPC and police. No work, no pay rule can't deter workers from strike. This is coming from NASU. Federal government okays 3 new policies to boost civil service productivity.
Moving on to the Punch. Crude oil revenue plunges by 43%. On drugs, Regina Nwoko in fresh beta showdown. On the PDP crisis, 3,000 delegates set for high-stakes convention. Makinde Wike camps trade blows as delegates gear up for convention. On genocide, PFN Islamic Council in verbal crossfire. Federal government vows tighter security after UK flags northern states unsafe. Now, this is not about USA now. Now, this is UK flagging northern states unsafe. Moving on, 15 girls rescued from Ondo sex trafficking network. Arebo Shola's backing can't save Adeleke, coming from the APC chieftain. These are the stories from The Punch.
From the Garden, we have Soludo triumphs in Anambra as ADC observers decry vote buying. And we also have the IMF and Nigeria discuss reforms new development plan. Court hears motion on PDP November convention today. Trump's comment threatens national unity. NSCIA warns, demands retraction. Anambra, Serap, both party urge INEC to prosecute vote buyers. NCS records revenue surge as Port Harcourt command ends 33 billion naira in October.
Right, and from Vanguard we have tsunami. How Soludo's tsunami swept all 21 local government areas, and the writers say a governor hails INEC, security agencies. Poll records best turnout in 20 years. Candidates, stakeholders fate governor. Winners and losers. Serap wants sponsors of vote buying probed, prosecuted. INEC Anambra REC dismisses claims of vote buying. Tinubu congratulates winner, says his re-election affirms visionary leadership. Federal government exceeds 2025 borrowing target by 55.6%, expected to hit 80% by year end. And Trump, Anglican primate to federal government, seek foreign help if you can't stop killings. Writers say Nigeria records 81% drop in terror-related deaths since 2015, coming from presidency. U.S. watch list, Nigeria not in religious war, coming from NSCIA. UK warns against travel to 6 states and their northern states.
Yeah.
Autonomy, no evidence to show allocations reach local government directly. ICPC orders. These are the stories from Vanguard. Let's have your thoughts on the trending stories this morning. We have a lot raging from the from the Trump matter now to UK. What exactly is going on for we to have states from the by the UK flagged unsafe, and we still have US threatening?
Okay. My thoughts. One thing is sure here. Ofu ya na mmadụ na-asa ana will not continue to claim that he is always innocent, because the first person have said that you are contesting his land. The second person is the one looking at for your trouble, right? The third person, not all the 7 must have been the aggressor. So what am I trying to say? The lesson here is that security situation is a national issue in Nigeria. It's a problem. We have security situation. And for me, the UK, that is for me, is rather unfortunate that UK is coming this late to say it. So we have to thank President Trump. Whichever way he has said it, he has spoken. And what he said is not false.
So you stand with the Anglican primate who is saying that if Nigeria can't help themselves, they should seek for foreign help.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Nigeria should have been the one to make that request. That is where the issue is.
Well, they actually made the request when Goodluck Jonathan was still the president of Nigeria.
Okay. So
by the now sitting president.
And there were movements.
And they made movements, they made petitions and all that, and it was carried on all social media. Does not actually forget. And all of a sudden now,
during
Trump
the time of
Goodluck Jonathan,
Ihejirika as chief of defense. Yeah.
So now at this point, it's now looking like we did not write any petition, or we did not say anything. That's what's going on. That's exactly what you're saying. But these are petitions written, signed, and sent out to the US during Goodluck Jonathan. So does it mean that you lied? Okay,
so what it means is that the Islamic extremist came on board. I always see that the membership of OIC that Nigeria joined is also an issue. And there is this foreign policy we have, which is the policy of non-alignment. But at the UN Assembly that our vice president represented our president, you see the position of Nigeria there. So all these things put together, some of us are critical. Some of us are not really, we are concerned. The concern here is that, okay, you received this request to come since 2015. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the event of going against our foreign policy of non-alignment and all that seems to be what I think that is the reason. As in, this coming seems to be, we are getting back at you because you are trying to now align with our enemies. But in all, everything done in good faith, for me, is actually what's supposed to be. And I can also tell you that Nigeria, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is capable. So if you are not receiving the foreign help, if you are not willing to allow the foreign help, now do the work. That is what we need. We need our life. We need security. We need our life to be seen as better. Like anyị nwa nọ na mgbadata ebe a, anyị anaghịkwa ayọ nni o. Anyị anaghị ebulu ebele, anyị anaghị emeba mbịa ala. Ibe anyị nọ bụ ka anyị jee n'ubi anyị kọta n'ibe anyị eri. Ịghọtago ka anyị pụọ n'ose ọkwa ọdụ jee n'abọnọgụ na abụ igwe zụọ na-abịa anyị natani golo ibe abịa ụmụazị elie. Do you understand? So we are practically self-sufficient people, but we need that we can move freely. If a mezie anya ọ bụrụ maybe na anyị mee mistake dagbu n'onu ma ọ na anyị dal n'ọya ịmago that security dị mkpa, and onye ọchịchị onye ndu ọbụla na kwesịrị na-afụ ya na ihe a dị mkpa n'ọnya bụ number one thing mmadụ ya aga mee. Ịghọtago onwete one of the reasons Soludo ji win election na bụ na ndị be anyị fụ practicality, honesty in tackling security situation bata na Southeast and particularly in Anambra.
Okay, I'm looking at Trump's threat and then what is happening in Nigeria. Now, some stakeholders in quotes are not in support. And then some people are saying there could be ulterior motive in Trump's. So do you think there is any ulterior motive there?
Yes, I've just said my thoughts that looking at the timing and when he's coming, there might be. Yes, ọbịara n'oge one. UK ekwubezi tata abịara n'oge. So ọ bụzi na UK ya anata US bịa mee, no problem. I think UK has been on Nigerian matter.
But don't you think UK was just warning the citizens, be careful of where you are going, not just about...
They flag a northern state unsafe, right? So let them also match it with action. They can also reach, because Nigeria, independent of UK.
Yes.
I bụ nwafa. So first was the US. Na-agbana anyị mgba ma ọ bụrụ na etu anwa na-enwe ulterior motive. That is why I say in the first thing na agwa onye fụ na awa eke. So ọ bụzi so US fụ. One, ọ bụ eziokwu. Two, etu Trump esi bịa ka anyị na-amara ma ibe o jizi abịalụ bụzi ihe na the fear of those stakeholders, mụnwa inclusive, eso m enyo ịghọtago mana summarily nye na anyị security chekwa na anyị onye bụ ọgbago enu gbada anadịa chee nekwenụ ndụ anyị na anyị na-ekuni ụla anyị amarọ anyị adịrọ sure na anyị ya apụ ilo nata na ọ bụrụ na moto kutu anyị by our maybe na anyị na-eme mistake fanchaso inwe ike ị na-echekwuli maka iwe ya eme ịdagbu ikwuolu ma moto nwa so obodo.
Alright, so let's take this call from here. Hello, good morning.
This of the East.
Champions.
Ambassador Herida. Boko Chukwabaz. Okulola in Groba Ananda Perez Patarobo.
Good morning.
No, Okulora.
I make a governor. Those who win no second tenor. I'm an Obron at Tonia. Courage second tenor. So when I next chairman, who perform go his first assignment, the machine with a little issue, he has to touch it so that 2027 it will carry everybody along. Why am I saying this? At my own polling unit 002.
Wakwechukwu, we're going to dive into that detail on Nzuka Anambra, okay? I have to let that call go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. How do you say it?
I'm Odi we're calling from Nanka.
What's the radio again?
Okay, Apugum already, Apugum about no, Apugum, Apugum. Election yesterday, everyone came to vote. Everything got now successfully. I did not know man. In fact, I don't know.
Thank you. We'll talk about this on Nzuka Anambra. We'll talk about this on Nzuka Anambra. Let's be guided. Have all the things on the table. Hello, good morning.
Heartbeat of the East.
Champions, your name and location.
This is Madaka Francis calling all the way from Obunka.
Right.
The guest in the studio. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Different concerning Trump and the Nigerian issue. And insecurity, mostly in the area of Christian-dominated area in Nigeria. My maternal home is from Benue State. Idoma Nation address equal. All these Adoka, Edumoga areas, Otupa and so on. Even my own mother's family, the parent has gone. My mom no new Jena Bronu, all this Adamawa area, Christian dominated area, which insecurity have been killing for many years. Jena Kanna South. So this Islamic Sharia something saying all this blah blah. They should forget this thing. They should stop playing with people's lives. Onye fu nke bụ eziokwu ya mee ya kwuo. Trump ma dị area etu wee bịa to help us here. We completely appreciate it. Onye nọ na Benue State, onye nọ issue ma ebe ọ na-afụ ya. Somebody from Benue State, they are working the reality on ground. Onweze nọ na the family of ndị Benue, mostly ndị Benue, also ndị na abroad in the state. Thank you very much and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Now, wow. Oh. All right, this is Ochuku David on Facebook. He says, good morning, ABS. A wonderful congratulations to Professor Soludo on his landslide victory. The election was peaceful and credible. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, brother.
Good morning to you. Your name and location.
This is good to be good from Israel.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, all thanks be to God for giving us this day. May His name be praised forever. Amen. What I want to say is concerns Trump's threat to Nigeria. You see, how I wish that he is already prepared before making it, making that publication. How I wish. So for him to even till today that he has not even come is painful to me. Because I don't know the attention of the people you want to get before you be coming. Is it the people that tell you truth or people that lie to you every day? Can you imagine? In this country, you can see people under mobilization in the name of social religion. They will get burn the person. Then, when you go to court as a Christian or as the family of that particular person being killed, how many cases have you won in the court? How many? This person is killing. You say, but they will kill the person. If you go to court, you will lose the case. How come? How come? So you can see someone who wanted to kill someone that herdsman wanted to kill, and the man was able to snatch that machete from that man. That's why the herdsman killed the herdsman. The man is in prison today. After you snatch the machete from him, you would have allowed him to go. Can you imagine the judgment we are seeing? I say no genocide. My brothers and sisters, let me tell you. Okay, now this one from which religion? ISIS from which religion? Boko Haram from which religion? Which religion product is the other? Let us tell ourselves the truth. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. Let's take a look at the remaining stories that we have from the national dailies. Then we'll wrap off the press review for this morning. That's from the Daily Times. We have Anambra election, cash and carry, democracy, coming from ADC. We have Nigeria's security non-negotiable, says Tinubu. A communal conflict displaced persons to occupy Ebonyi housing estates, coming from Commissioner. Wike gives Abuja property defaulters last chance to pay 5 million naira violation fee. CBN mops up 1.7 trillion naira via OMO auctions amid liquidity surplus. And on the banner headline, right, to that on that. Okay, we have a writer there. It says Okachuku rejects result. And Nigeria records first successful transaction on national payment stock. Right, thank you. These are the much you can take from the national dailies this morning. Wait for your answers to before we wrap up the show.
Ọhụrụ ife bido na ya bụ na anyị akwado ndụ anyị dị mkpa. Naijiria ya na-ebi anya. Trump nwa dịka onye si na-ekwu ọ bịa ọ bụ na o jiri motive ọ bụ na o ji abịa ndụ anyị dị anyị mkpa.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us on Press Review this morning, Honorable Augustine Oyelmo-Yemobi, former TC Chairman, Dunu Kofia Local Government Area, Dalarin. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Ugo Ebanaja.
Ancestor.
Dalo.
Thank you very much. Well, my name is Uche Chukwu Ebonam. See you on Nzuka Anambra, where you get to part all your minds. Yedi nature, you says na press review. You can Nzuka Anambra because we're taking a look at the just concluded November 8th election in Anambra State. The victories, what your experience, how did it go? What do you expect from Olua to, right? And all that. These are more we'll talk about on Nzuka Anambra. Stay with us.
Danukwe Pafam Kodi.